Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm from New Zealand and I've been living in Japan for 22 years. This is my life in Japan.
This is Jessica. She was born in New Zealand and moved to Japan over 20 years ago. She is working in Japan and practices Kyudo, or the Japanese martial art of archery.
I usually wake up about 5 a.m. So every morning I make breakfast for my kids. During the week they go to school and they have to wake up about 6:30. So I get basic things like cereal, granola, and bread and this kind of thing ready for them. But usually I'm so busy I don't eat breakfast myself much, just black coffee.
Jessica's first visit to Japan was during her university days. Her friend, who was a Japanese New Zealander, invited her to visit the Kansai area on vacation. The experience made such an impression on Jessica that she decided to move to Japan for work after she graduated her master's degree. Several years later, she married a Japanese man and became the mother of 3 children, ages 15, 12, and 9, who keep her busy. She's in charge of the housework, cooking, cleaning, and child raising. Her job is diverse and changes day to day. She appears on TV, in magazines, and on the radio. She writes and researches, appears on podcasts and YouTube videos. She is a tourism and PR ambassador for Saitama Prefecture too. Even during lunchtime, she multitasks and updates her social media to promote Japanese traditional culture. In her room, there are items with a Japanese theme, such as samurai armor, which she wears on horseback when she trains in martial arts. Wow, interesting. She receives used Kyudo equipment and provides it to practitioners who live abroad, where Kyudo equipment is expensive or hard to obtain.
今月に名古屋で国際大会なのでいろんな国の方が日本来日するのでここの家まで取りに来てくれる方であれば渡してあげて
In the future, she would like to create a system to collect used Kyudo equipment and distribute it to all overseas practitioners. It's snack time for the kids. What is the hardest part of raising a child?
Even though I have 3 children, the last child, the third child, Sara-chan, she was born with a disability. So I do have the normal issue of the regular child rearing and being pregnant in Japan and this kind of thing, but also dealing with physical therapy and having to go into hospital. And she has epilepsy as well, Tenkan. So at the moment it's getting worse. So for example, it's become really bad recently, so I can't work because I don't know when she's gonna have a seizure. So it's difficult to make appointments and this kind of thing. So this is very specific to this time period right now, but yeah, she's having a bit of a difficult time, but it's because she's got epilepsy and she's disabled. So yeah, I think probably compared to like normal people raising kids in Japan, our situation is quite unique.
Which school does your child attend?
So she goes to Japanese school, special school, 特別支援学校, so we can say like special school in English, I think. And my other 2 children go to international school. So they go in Tokyo, to school, and they have classes in English and Japanese, yeah.
What is your mother like?
She's a very nice person and she's very caring.
After finishing the remaining household chores, preparing the dinner for the kids, she gets ready for the Kyudo practice.
Okay, I'm going to get changed to go to tonight's practice.
A babysitter comes to look after the kids while Jessica goes out. Where are you going next?
So we're going to Akabane because tonight we have a practice for the group, which I help to administer and look after, and it's a Kyudo group. I'm going to first of all pick up the instructor, and his name is Hiro. He is the main instructor for the group, so he's got a license to teach Kyudo. Whereas I'm not a teacher, so I will help him by bringing all the equipment. We have to bring, you'll see, but we have to bring the equipment every time. Many bows and many arrows and lots of gloves. So there's a big suitcase of equipment to take with us every time. So I drive and go and pick him up. And then we'll be going to Akabane, which is where the dojo is. And we'll be having a practice for about 2.5 hours or 3 hours.
This channel produces the following 4 types of videos. The first one is various interviews related to Japan. The second one is a day in the life of Japanese people. The third one is reaction videos on various topics. And the last one is about how the lives of people from different countries are in Japan. This channel is definitely the best channel to learn more about Japan. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
When they arrive at the dojo, they prepare for the people who will come to practice, setting up the target area and the Kyudo equipment and uniforms. Participants gradually arrive.
Dozo, we just arrived.
What's on the table?
弓道着、稽古着、袴と稽古着と帯と旅と
One set.
参加される方に貸し出している。
みんな名前が、今日の参加者は名前が書いてある。こういう準備を全部、あと洗濯機も全部。
The participant today includes individuals from 7 countries, including Russia, Italy, and Malaysia.
よいしょよいしょよいしょよいしょ。土っていうもので、土と泥と石のある割合、組み合わせたものです。
What's the distance from the shooting area to the target?
It is 28 meters from the we call it the shajo, or the shooting area, to the target, which is here. The targets are about 36 centimeters across. We're going to put our bow inside this hole and get our string ready. And then we're going to push down, hook the string down here at the bottom.
Let the practice begin. In Kyudo, Hassetsu is very important. This refers to the 8 steps of shooting Japanese archery. The first Hassetsu is Ashibumi. Ashibumi is the foundation of good shooting. It is the making of the stance for shooting. The second Hassetsu is Dozukuri. Once the feet are set, the posture of upper body is must align. The shoulders, hips, and the feet are held in line with one another, parallel to the floor and straight to the target. The third Hassetsu is Yugamae. One places an arrow on the bowstring and starts shooting with one arrow with the second arrow positioned below to shoot consecutively. The right pinky and the ring finger are used to hold the second arrow, and the hand is brought back to the right hip before shooting. Here, one checks the motto or target.
The fourth Hassetsu is Uchiokoshi.
Gripping the arrow, the bow is raised to a point where the hands are just above the head, and the arms are at a 45-degree angle. The fifth Hassetsu is Hikiwake. The bow is drawn evenly by the left and right hands. The sixth Hassetsu is Kai. After completing the draw, Kai involves waiting for the best moment to release the arrow. The seventh Hassetsu is Hanare. When the moment is right, the arrow is released with an open chest and both arms opening to the left and right at the same time.
The last Hasetsu is Zanshin. In Kyudo, the shooting does not end with the release of the arrow. This is a movement in which the practitioner does not move his body after the arrow has left their hands and observes the spot where the arrow hit. As an instructor, Hirokazu gives detailed guidance in Kyudo. Since he's good at English, participants from overseas can learn Kyudo with confidence. The organization Yumi and Zen recently received an award for its contribution to Budo tourism as part of Japan Sports Agency's project to boost tourism through martial arts in Japan. They also worked with the Japanese government sports agency to promote Kyudo.
This dojo is beginner friendly, but guess what? We've got some participants learning Kyudo with a book in hand, and it's pretty awesome. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
What do you do?
I study in Japanese language school.
How long have you been practicing Kyudo?
So it's been, I guess, 5 months now.
Is it fun to practice Kyudo?
It's very fun, and I also very happy that I'm surrounded by very nice people, like they became my friends. Kyudo is a sport where you're not competing with someone else, but you're basically competing with yourself and trying to make yourself a better person.
Where are you from?
Italy.
How did you start Kyudo?
I started because I found one anime talking about Kyudo, and then I saw Jessica on Instagram. So when I came to Japan, I decided to try it, and I really like it. So
What does Kyudo mean to you?
it's a way to train my mind and my body. So it really helps me during everyday life also.
We have a practice that's for everybody. So if you have experience or no experience, you're still welcome to come and practice with us. If you speak Japanese or if you don't speak Japanese, that's okay too. If you're just visiting Japan or if you're living in Japan, it's okay. So we accept everybody.
Finally, it's the teacher's turn to demonstrate.
Hirokazu started Kyudo during his university days and has been doing it for 23 years now.
An amazing hit! At 20:45, it's time to start cleaning up.
It's a tradition to take a group photo at the end of practice. It was one member's birthday the day before.
Happy birthday!
After practice, everyone enjoyed the cake together and chatted. The practice had a really friendly and homely atmosphere. What do you think about Jessica's day in Japan, managing different jobs, her kids and housework, while organizing and helping to run a Kyudo group?
If you find this video interesting, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Dari Japan.